Oops. Peekaboo. Hi, guys. Hello. It is 6 bells, right on the nose. Doing something a little bit different today for Wellness Wednesday. I hope it works out. If it doesn't, I won't continue to do it. That's all. We got to try new things once in a while and see what works, see what doesn't. I love interaction. I absolutely love it. So, and after just getting done with our book club, The Science of Getting Rich, that was phenomenal. And I want to thank the people that were really involved. I mean, you guys made it an awesome book club. You really did. Melody Riba. She is my personal mentor. She is fabulous. And I'll tell you what, she went out of her way. Yes, I can absolutely say that. She went out of her way to be on that. That's how much she supports people. How cool is that? I mean, she gives her heart and soul. And I can never repay her for that. Just being there, showing up, and just being involved instead of just telling me what to do and then go along her way. You know what I mean? And that's how most of us get treated. Isn't that true? If we get into a business, and most of us are in businesses now. Sure, there's millions that are not. And maybe we can sway your mind just a little bit, because I'm going to talk tonight about limited beliefs. I have to finish thanking Nicholas, my friend from Sweden. He hardly missed any. I think I missed as much as he did. And I think we each only missed once. I'm not sure. I don't recall. And we just postponed a week is all. But anywho, fabulous value. I would do it. Oops, I'm sorry. I would do it again in a heartbeat. If in fact, this is what I recommend. I really recommend this. Get that book, The Science of Getting Rich, okay? If you don't have it, ask me for a copy. I'd be more than happy to give it to you. My mentors made that possible for me to do that, okay? So it's super cool that, and I think this is where a huge amount of limiting beliefs come into with what we have to be able to be a good leader. What do we have to give that has any value? We're learning, but we all have to start someplace. We all have to learn. We all have to grow, right? So let's get into this a little bit. Let's see, who else was I going to thank? Debbie, you know who you are. Deborah Browning as well. And let's see who else there was. Katie. How could I did not forget you, love. I did not. Katie is fabulous. In fact, there's a huge question coming up for Katie, Melody, and Nicholas very, very soon. So you guys stay on your toes. Okay, so we're going to talk about limiting beliefs and how we can get rid of them. We're going to do that at the end. So stay tuned, because this bubble sheet that I have, and I can't take credit for it. And I will give kudos at the end. Okay, so, all right, let's get this party started. By the way, this is the all new Wellness Wednesday, all interactive. You see that Zoom link? Anybody can hop on and be live here. You can camera on, camera off. You will be muted. If you want to talk at the end, or if you want to add anything to this topic, absolutely hop on with that link. Okay. Otherwise, tell me where you're watching from and leave a comment. Let me know that you're here, at least watching. Okay. All right. So, first of all, I want to say it is your decisions, not your conditions, that determine your destiny. Think about that just for a second. Okay. I want this to really resonate. So I want you guys to really think about what I'm saying. Okay. I have been studying so much on this and just tons and tons of value. And I was going to say earlier, and I kind of got off track there a little bit, but I said one thing that you absolutely have to do if you are ever stuck or struggling or just, at that point where you just, you don't want to reform. You don't want to, conform like the rest of the world. You don't want to do that. I don't want to be mediocre. Do you? And look, everybody is so comfortable in their current position. They don't believe in themselves. They don't believe that they can do better. I'm here to tell you that you can. You can. And I have been doing it. You can grow so much just by taking in, personal development. I never did that before. I didn't even know, honestly, I did not know there was such a thing, And it's not about just going to church. Yes, that is very important. But that is not all there is to what I'm talking about. Whenever you are stuck, I don't care if it's just in life. We all get to that point. We just are, we've had it. We are fed up. We don't want the mediocrity, but yet we feel like we can't, there's no way we can change that. But there is. And once you learn how to do it, it is so cool. Do I do it all the time? No, because I'm not perfect. I flub up all the time. But you know what? Every time I do that, I grow. Every time I get knocked down, I get back up and I grow. I get a little bit stronger, just a little bit bolder, or just a little more pissed, whatever. But you wipe yourself off and you move on. Right? I wear my heart on my sleeve. That is a hard task, but that is a limiting belief. So I just said that out loud. That's the last thing you want to do. The last thing you want to do, unless it's something like I am growing and abundance is coming to me every avenue of the way. It just continually flows easily through me, to me. I don't care how corny it sounds or how darn serious it sounds, but correct it. As soon as it comes out of your mouth, correct it. We would never think for a moment to talk to a family member, a teacher, a parent, a grandparent, your boss. We would never, ever talk to your friends. You would never talk to them the way we talk about and to ourselves. We are our own worst enemy. We are our own roadblock. Nobody else is responsible. Nobody. We all have excuses. Me right along with the rest of you. You know, it's there. We're human. We all do it. But we got to stop beating ourselves up about it. Okay. We're learning, we're growing. We all have to start someplace. Right. And it doesn't matter how long it takes. If you have the faith, in your creator and you are doing things in that certain way, the book, it's in the book, hint, hint. Anywho, it will happen for you. It absolutely will. You just have to go along with life patiently and expect it to happen. Don't think the opposite ever, not once. Think about that. What we continually think about, we absolutely bring about. If I wake up crabby and I don't fill my cup first, I have no clue what's going to go on that day. And if I end up going to work without some motivation for my goals, for being the best version of me I can be, honestly, I don't care. That's how I feel. I don't care. I don't care what happens. So I'll be a crabby yahoo all day. You know what I mean? When I wake up with intention and I listen to my Abraham or reading the God memorandum, which also I give away. If you would like a free copy of that, reach out. It's amazing all the tools we have. Okay, I talked about that way too long and I apologize. So you guys should be on here to stop me from talking so much. So anyway, so we can blame everything and everybody. I was really bad at this too. However, the fact remains we are our own. We are the ones that are blocking us. We got a reason or a blame for everything. And the sad part is we actually believe it. I absolutely believe it when I'm saying it. I don't have time. We believe that. It's just not true. It's just not true. I know if my life depended on it and I had to, it's life or death, come up where I needed to be someplace for 2 hours a day, life or death, I guarantee you would find that time. So it's like Abraham always says, if you are one of those, so you say, I'll do it when, I'll be ready when, it always depends on getting ready. Abraham always says getting ready to be ready, to be ready, to be ready. And then you're getting ready to be ready again over there. Yeah. Seriously, you will never, ever do it. So you might as well just zip your lips. Don't even say it because it's just a limiting belief. It absolutely is. Okay. We all have to learn to do something, right? I don't care what it is. I was a rock star softball player in my day, many moons ago. Okay, I loved it. I Oh, everything revolved around softball. I was on tournament teams, I was on traveling teams, I was on the All-Star team, I was on the high school team, just I played every single day. And if it was nasty outside, I'd be in the gym and I'd be doing something in there, in the batting cage or in whatever, because I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Every day. That's all I do. Of course, I went to school too, but yeah, that was just a minor defect. No, I'm kidding. Okay. So we all have to start. We all have to learn. Okay. I didn't start out being a rock star. Kind of. No, I was a natural. No, not really. No, I had to work at it. I had to play every single day. I had to stay sharp, especially through the winter months. I needed that, whatever it did to me. Have you ever had that feeling? Something that you absolutely love. Figure out a way to do what you want and figure out a way to get equity from that. Figure out a way to make money like that. And I don't mean swindling people, because we always, always, always need to give more than we receive. If you're not doing that, you're not going to go far. You may get rich. It could happen accidentally, maybe even on purpose, but I can guarantee it is not sustainable. You want to know why? We all look at this golden bubble, network marketing. Whoa, the money that can be made. Yeah, absolutely. But you are going to bust your hump. You best have it in you, because you will be defeated. If you are not strong, you will be defeated. But we all can do this, because we're all need to learn. You would stink if you've never done this before. You would stink, right? You don't know how to do it. You don't know what you don't know. What does Robert Hollis always say? You don't know what you don't know. And then when you find out it wasn't so, when would you like to know? Basically, everything that has gone on in your life is pretty much the same. Does things change? From year to year, is anything changing in your life? From year to year, look at your last year. That's a hard wake-up call. When you really focus, okay, pretend you're the boss, all right? You've got this big old company, all right? Would you hire yourself? Think about that. Would you hire yourself and pay yourself the best wage? Think about that. Okay, so back to that book, doing things in a certain way, like filling your present place. That's in that book too. There's so many of those little nuggets. I love it. I love it. So nobody joined me live on my Zoom. That's too bad. So sad, but I will be done early. We're going to do a little bubble sheet. A friend of mine inspired this, and oh my goodness, don't tell me. Okay, I must have left it. Hang on. Sorry, so sorry. There's, I always, I do have it. Yay! I always veer from my notes a lot. I didn't even look at my notes. I just get, when you get fired up like that, the words just come. They do. Okay, this is what I want you guys to do. Grab a piece of paper and a pencil. We'll make this real quick. I don't want to keep you guys too long. And we are going to, I did one, by the way. I'm not finished with it, so that's why you can't see it quite yet, but I will show it. All right, this is what I want you to do. I hope you can see this. It's kind of in pencil, but I want you to draw a little circle in the middle, okay? And then, Melody, welcome, dear child. So glad to see you. Okay, so like I said, put that in the middle. And then draw these little lines like clouds, but they're actually supposed to be bubbles. Just make a whole bunch of them going off, okay? And you guys can do this later, but write down what I'm asking you to do, or just watch the replay, okay? So in the center, I want you to put a goal, something achievable by the end of the year. That's absolutely enough time. And don't make it cheesy. Make it good. Make it something worth fighting for, something worth working for. Do that, okay? Like I said, don't be cheesy. Okay, now, I want you to think about this. Like I was talking with the softball, that gets me so wound up. I want you to think about what you enjoy doing and think about it intensely. I want you to get that fired up feeling. And I want you to write in these bubbles every thought that crosses your mind. Good, bad, and ugly. All of them. And I got quite a few bad ones. I will share a few, but then I want you guys to do this, because what we're doing is getting rid of our limiting beliefs. So it doesn't matter good, bad, or ugly. We want it on here. Okay, so here's one of mine. And these are thoughts when I'm sitting here thinking of achieving my goal in the middle here. This is the thoughts that I'm thinking about right now. People run and hide when they see me coming. What a limiting belief. I mean, seriously? So every time that you fill a bubble with a negative thought, and I'm not going to condemn you, absolutely not, because we all have them. Just be honest with yourself and put it down. Then, and put the good ones in there too, okay? Here's another one. Maybe I'm not so smart. Maybe I'm not smart enough. My friends will never support me. Here's one. I am worthy and I can do anything. I am the Lord's servant. I am a major contributor. I am passionate for helping people. I'm sure you have. Has anybody ever, just helped somebody out of the goodness of your heart, not expect anything in return? You all know what that feels like. Imagine if we did that on a consistent basis, because the more good we put out there, the more it's coming right back to us. Absolutely. And it goes the same with the opposite. The law of attraction, the universe, it's not biased. What we think about absolutely brings about. Okay. If you watched, thank you so much. Happy Wellness Wednesday. Wow, 25 minutes. I hope this was I hope it was good for you. It's good for me because I just get fired up. So I love it. See you next week.